It is a pleasure to be in Moldova. This is my first trip to Eastern Europe, so I'm delighted to be here. 7 hours time difference, so still getting used to that. Just a couple of announcements at the beginning. The presentation at the end, I will show you a link where you can download the PowerPoint, as well as a spreadsheet that has a list of these tools and then many other tools that journalists are using. So let's go ahead and jump right in. These are some of the tools that we've been experimenting with and helping journalists learn about in the United States to do deeper, better reporting. So the first thing I want to talk about briefly is social search. I have to point this way. Here we go. So there's a link to a site called Social Searcher, and with this free website, most of these tools are free. You go in and you can do a basic search. I have to kind of look behind me here too. So you can search by keywords or topic. So I just ran a search on Moldova, and this is searching across different social media: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Flickr, lots of different results. You can type in the name of a person, a place, a phrase. You can sort by popularity or by date. There are some really nice built-in filters on this as well. And you can look at this by which platform you want to search. So for instance, if you want to look at results just from Facebook and YouTube, you can select those and then see the results filtered. If it's a certain type of content that you're looking for, it's a nice way of finding just videos or photos or that type of information. You can then go in and again, right above this, you can search for posts that just have photos or have videos or have links to help refine what you're looking for. It gives you a little bit of analytics as well, which is kind of a nice feature. You can go in on this Moldova search, you can see it really started to spike with some of the large demonstrations that were happening nearby. It will tell you which platform was the most popular for those posts, where they came from. We'll give you key hashtags, so maybe you're not searching the right hashtags. And you also have the ability to look at where the users are coming from, kind of broken down by platform and by site. It will show you the more popular links, the ones that are being shared most often, as a way to maybe guide your reporting, at least initially. And I really like this export button because you can just click with your search and download into a spreadsheet all of the information. So it makes it really easy to organize and keep track of, particularly during breaking news. So in 20 minutes, I'm just giving you key highlights. So Facebook, I just want to mention that Facebook is a huge database, and you can search it in ways that maybe you haven't thought about. With very simple search language. Is the video not automatically playing? Can you just click? Thank you. So you can search for people who are from Ohio, that's the state where I live, people who are from Ohio and live in Chisinau, and Facebook will search its database because we all fill in information when we set up our profiles, and it will search and pull up people who meet that search term right on Facebook. And then you can kind of check them out. This bottom person, for instance, went to Ohio State University where I work, so I could look at her profile and see if there's any reason that I might want to connect with her or contact her. You can do lots of creative searches now with Facebook. For instance, people who live in Russia and who like Donald J. Trump. There are results, believe it or not. So you see people who are living in Russia and they have liked the official Donald J. Trump fan page on Facebook. So this bottom person works at never worked a day in my life. So with all things social, you have to kind of be careful about what you see. Facebook Signal, how many people are aware of Signal? Okay, it looks like just maybe 2. This is a news service created specifically for journalists. So you can go to signal.facebook.com and sign up for it, and once they verify that you're a journalist, it's a way to really monitor on Facebook what's trending and what's emerging in real time all around the world. So this is what it looks like. So you can see trending topics. Bolivia, for instance, came up the day that I put this together a couple of weeks ago. It will show you what those results are, and you can get to them just by clicking. You can embed any of the posts directly from this service or save it to a collection. So you can use this almost like Storify to build a collection of social media posts that you're gathering on a particular topic or issue. Again, you see trending posts. You can filter that by news, by different topics, entertainment, sports, things like that, to get the results. And the same with this news wire. It's a way for journalists to really monitor through Facebook what people are sharing and what people are posting about publicly. They have built in some leaderboard types of information. So for instance, the presidential candidates in the United States, you can see what the activity is on Facebook in terms of people posting public information and comments about those politicians, actors, influencers, musicians, sports athletes, and so forth. You can also do, right from Signal, a keyword or hashtag search. So I did the hashtag Kishanao, just to see what would come up in Facebook that people were using that hashtag publicly. And there was quite a bit of information. This, again, was a couple of weeks ago when I worked on the presentation. Again, you can embed a post directly. You can save it to a collection on this service. Facebook owns Instagram, I think, as everyone is aware of now. So you can also search Instagram by hashtag and by location here. So you can go in and search the hashtag Kishanao and see what people were posting in real time on Facebook, all through this Signal service that Facebook provides free for journalists. So Twitter, just a couple things. I think more people are savvy with Twitter now than even a year or two ago. I keep pointing the wrong way. I'll blame the time difference, right? So this slide is an example from my friend Mark Lucky, who used to work with Twitter doing the Twitter for Journalists service. It's just a reminder that Boolean search, just as you can use very sophisticated search language in a search engine, you can do that on Twitter as well. So you can search near a particular location. You can search to include or exclude certain words and phrases. You can search for tweets that just have questions or links or video or photos. And this slide will show you a little bit more about how to do that. How many people have used the Twitter advanced search? Okay, just a few. This is really nice. There's a link to it on the slide. It takes you to kind of like an advanced search on Google, where you can search for keywords. If you don't want to write out that Boolean language, this builds it for you in Twitter. 2 key points. You can search in different languages. So I did check, and Romanian, Lithuanian, Russian, all of those languages are included. So you can narrow your search in a particular language if that's important to you. And the bottom one in the red square is places. And this is a really easy way you can type in the name of a city anywhere in the world and search for tweets that were sent publicly near that location. Very useful, again, during breaking news in particular. So the thing that really excites me a lot now about social is location, because we care most about what's going on close to home, particularly if we're covering a particular market, a particular region of the world. And there are some really nice tools that help us kind of filter out all of the noise in social media and find things where we care the most about them, to find those people and sources. How many of you use Banjo or know about Banjo? Okay, I promise you, this will be worth the price of admission to the conference. Banjo is a free mobile app. It works on Androids and iPhones. And you can download it. Can we click on this video? On this, well, let's go back. I have these embedded videos that are driving people crazy over here. So on this is just a shot from my smartphone. So imagine you're anywhere in the world. You can go in, they will do special coverage of events. So during the demonstrations here, they built in a kind of a story with social content. But you can go anywhere in the world. You can type in a specific address, or you can type in a city. So for instance, when I searched this, I looked at Bucharest to see what people were posting on social media using Banjo, this free app on my phone. And it pulls up lots of examples in real time. This is searching public posts on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Flickr, 5 or 6 different services. And imagine you're covering a news event. You can just have your smartphone, turn on your location services, and click one button. And using this app, it will pull up what people around you are posting publicly on social media. Really powerful tool for covering news or tuning into any place in the world where news is happening, or you're just curious to see what people are posting in real time. These are things that people are posting with their location services turned on their smartphones. So Banjo, I think you will love Banjo. How about Yomapik? Anyone hear of this? This is fairly new, and this searches Instagram, and how do you pronounce this? VK from Kakti? Yeah, see, my Russian, not so good. So if we could click on the video. If we could click on the video on this one, please, thank you. So this is a desktop application. It's not for your smartphone. So it will find where you're connected to the internet, and it will just do an automatic search from that location. So that's my house there in the middle. It is just searching things nearby. On Instagram, we don't have VK where I am. But then you can type in any city or any address in the world. So for instance, we're going back to Romania, and this is what it looks like on this service, where you can then do a search to pull up social media content. It even shows you on the map precisely where that post came from. And you can click on any of those little locator points, and it will pull up that specific Instagram photo from where it was located when it was posted. Again, think about this during breaking news, how powerful this is. Depending on the time of day, it's a lot of people taking pictures of food or drinks, right? That's universal around the world, that's what you see. This has some filters built in, so you can make that radius narrower, or you can make it broader to search wider. You can go back and search different time periods using this tool and filter that out, maybe broaden the search of what you're finding. You can look at one or both of these services, so if that matters to you, you can turn it on or off. You can also search by a keyword or phrase. Here we go. And we have another video. This is a fairly new tool called Ground Signal. It's also free. It works a little bit like the other one, but it searches more platforms, so you can get more information. This one you can search by location, and it will take you to the map, and then you can move around. So here we are in the capital city, and this is really cool. You can move around, and then on the map with the pointer, you can draw a circle around the area that you want to define. And then you can start exploring. You can give the name to your search, so it will save that search for you, so that you don't have to draw that boundary every time you want to check out what people are posting from that area. So again, this displays in a really nice kind of gallery kind of style, where you can see all the types of things that people are posting on social media within that narrow, it wasn't really a circle, kind of a weird oblong shape that I drew there. This is searching Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, so it's very visual in the content, if that's important to you, to see what people are posting. Super helpful during breaking news, because you can see, again, maybe you're in one area and maybe 5 blocks away, there's something more interesting going on. There are built-in filters on this as well, so that you can do filters by keywords. You can then save your search and go on. Let's go forward. A couple of tools that I recommend for journalists to manage this fire hose of information that's just inundating us. And one of them, a speaker this morning mentioned, Nuzzle, which I really like, because part of social media, you feel like you can't keep up with everything that's out there. So this will send you an email every day or once a week, however you set it up, so that the people that you're connected with on social media, the most popular content that they're sharing comes into you, so that you can see stories that you might have missed otherwise. Let's go forward. Buffer, how many people use Buffer? Buffer is nice because we can't be on social media all the time, even though we can make people think we are. With Buffer, what I do every morning when I read through the news on my iPad, if I see a story that I want to share, I can add it to my Buffer. And what that means is I can send it out on Twitter or Facebook or various accounts, and it will go out and space those posts at different times during the day based on when my connections are online. So it won't send everything out at 7 o'clock in the morning. It will spread it out so it looks like I'm on the web and helping provide information to people all through the day. So it's a way to make good use of your time. How about if this, then that? We have an enthusiastic few people. This is a fantastic service that helps you automate. I feel like I need a guitar now, right? I'm feeling energized by that. So what this will do is you can set up all kinds of automatic things to happen through your social media, through your smartphone, and lots of different tools. I want to show you a couple that journalists use. We can play the... So one thing, I think we skipped one. Let's go back. Okay. Oh, maybe not. So one thing you can do is you can set up a little recipe, and you don't need to know any programming. So KipCamp is the hashtag that we use with our Kiplinger program. So I have one set up so that every time somebody posts a photo on Instagram with that hashtag, it takes those, boy, this is, help. There we go. It will pull those photos down from Instagram, and it will put it in a folder on my Google Drive automatically. Isn't that kind of like magic, right? You could do it in your Dropbox or wherever you'd like to save things. Another thing you can set up to automatically, it's kind of like scraping social media. You can set up, we run this just to show you don't need to know any programming. So you say if something happens on one platform, and it shows you lots of different platforms that you can set these recipes up to run for. So I want to say if something happens on Twitter, then it gives you lots of options that you can decide. So in this one, I want to gather up all of the tweets from a certain place. So new tweet by anybody in the area. I'm not following all of these people. And I'm going to find an area. So in this example, I'm going to set one up at the White House. So it will take you to that location on the map. You can draw the circle bigger or smaller, and it will save. It will then go in, and every time anybody from that area tweets, it will pull that information off and put it into a spreadsheet on my Google Drive, in a Google Sheet. And after 2,000 tweets, it will just create a new sheet and just keep running. So this is running all the time in the background. And I'm running out of time, so you can pull them up in a spreadsheet. Again, if you cover a particular place, City Hall, the Parliament, and you want to gather tweets from that location, that's really easy to do. You can also do that with a hashtag for a conference or anything like that. I'm going to skip LinkedIn, if we can go. Wanted to show you a couple final things here. There's a link to First Draft Media, and this is a wonderful resource that just went live within the past 6 months, I believe. They have lots of little tutorials on how to do various things with social media, geared toward journalists. So then finally, here's the link for, I have a chart online that has about 75 different tools like this, and I rely on people like you to send me information. So please check that out and send me tools as well. And then here is the link to this presentation. So thank you very much for your time and attention. I'll be here later to take questions.